Now, we went pretty crazy on this letter, guys. Let's discuss it. The Solo Club letter for September 2025, coming at the last minute, but there's a lot of details. Car selling is coming. We also talk about taxi missions and a whole load more. Season 5 is going to look pretty cool. So let's get straight into it. So first things first, obviously at the top of the screen, the the Aston Martin Vantage GT3 Evo is coming into Season 5 of Test Drive Unlimited Solo Crown. Now, I am going to scroll down this letter. We have a lot of topics. Season 5 details, the Timecycle UI overhaul, KT engine improvements, water shaders performance, construction sites, economy, race payouts, FRIM, car selling, cruise control, bug fixes and improvements, live events, monetization, the release dates, sounds, season 6 details, community spotlight winners, and what's coming up next for TDUSC. Let's get it started. So first, the Timecycle. Now, we've already kind of been over this a couple of times, but we do have some new screenshots discussing the reflections and lighting and shadows on TDUSC regarding the time cycle. Let's take a look at these photos that we have here. As you can see, we got a picture of the 720S at night, and honestly, I'm loving how dark it looks. Moving on, got the Alpine A110 here, looking very nice. Some traffic there in the background. I'm loving the colors though, honestly. Next, we got a beautiful SLS here by the water, as you guys can see. Moving on, we got another picture of the Porsche, I believe it's the Cayenne, and just overlooking one of the off-road trails here. And last but not least, we have the Huracan just driving the blue. You can see the reflections are definitely improved. So, I mean, you can look at the clouds here on the side as well. So, nice improvements there. We also discuss Ibiza. So, here we go. We have Ibiza here too. Now, reflections again of the buildings on the P72, looking nice. We got another picture here of the Aston Martin DBS Superleggera F-150 with some Ibiza lighting. You also got this picture again on Ibiza with the DBS again. And we have none other than the Aventador SVJ. I almost forgot the name of that, but maybe I can cut this video to make it sound more fluid. Anyways, now we do have a quote from KT's art director, Stefan Cambier, and honestly, it's pretty good. So let's discuss this. Now, the main menu with Thibaut Drevon, who you've actually met in the dev diary, our aim was to shift away from a techno-digital feel towards a more realistic environment. The goal was to immerse players in the driver experience, offering a glimpse of the in-game housing. Pretty cool, honestly. I love that. The lighting, and we'll see a screenshot of that later, by the way. The lighting, so working with the lighting team, we made nice improvements, while further KT engine improvements are needed for post-processing. The overall objective was to achieve a cinematic mood throughout the game. We also sought to differentiate between the two islands, so Hong Kong mimics the atmosphere found in various Asian driving community videos, and Ibiza emphasizes the heat and vibrant colors reminiscent of a postcard. Really cool. Now, track and races. This is pretty important. Now, received a complete identity change featuring more enclosed spaces and a structured feel similar to Formula 1 races in Macau and Monaco. Now, I've seen what this looks like, and there's a smile on my face, bro. It looks pretty damn good. Now, this is not season 5. This is in the future. Still under development, with the aim of creating a new proposition, less futuristic but giving as much freedom as that they do now. We want to keep this open road vibe on the Hong Kong Island races that define the TDU experience, hopefully ready for season 6. Really cool. Then Stefan Cambier goes on to mention, I think there's like a typo here, funny enough. I gotta go fix that. Future plans. So the physical clothing store will be available in season 6, and they are continuously exploring ways to improve the game to better sync with Hong Kong Island's vibe. And shout out to Stefan Cambier and the art team for TDUSC doing some pretty damn amazing work. the UI overhaul. This is the new pause menu. Looking really good, right? Now, one thing someone mentioned is there's a little audio thing here. Honestly, I don't really remember what it is. Maybe it's a horn, I assume. Can't honestly remember. But yeah, new UI. Look at that. It looks a lot less, what's the word I'm looking for? Techno digital, as Thibaut said. It's looking really nice, and honestly, I have to give it to the KT art team. Thibaut has a quote here as well. In Season 5, we take a first step in a global UI rework, which, by the way, it's not just this menu. You can see the whole thing has been changed, and you'll see that in free roam as well with the list menu. You'll see it later on in this letter. The philosophy behind the change of the pause menu is to highlight your car and your character on the center of the screen. The buttons and navigation have been repositioned to optimize the space and let 3D shine over 2D. We've added a lot of details to our global UI, such as radius corner and the drop shadow for more clarity. Last but not least, we have changed our hovered button color to make it feel more classy and less in a sci-fi mood. You guys remember Thibaut. Shout out to Thibaut, man. Doing amazing work on the UI for TDUSC, and honestly, that's goes for everyone working on TDUSC at KT at the moment. I mean, that's why I joined. I had faith and I trust. So moving on though, as we mentioned here, free roam race pop-ups. So actually, when you're driving the world, you know, when you see those contracts, you'll see it pop up on the screen while you're driving. It's hard to explain until you see it, but yeah, you'll probably see it when we show more gameplay of TDUSC's Season 5. So next we discuss the KT engine improvements. So although some of the KT engine improvements are behind the scenes of the player, improvements like this will allow us to improve the overall performance of the game with the new rendering techniques. I'll skip obviously some of this, but water shaders, as you guys know, have changed. And take a look at this. It looks so much better, and now we can finally take pictures of the environment like this. So really nice. There is another picture of this on Ibiza here, as you guys can see, looking very nice as well. Moving on, performance. We're working hard on the improvements of the game's performance on consoles and PC. This new initiative arrives from a team dedicated to the game's optimization. So yes, we now have a dedicated team working on optimization for TDUSC, and this is really important because, as we told you in Season 5, you were going to notice, not only in Season 5 but 6, 7 and 8, you are going to see further optimizations done to the engine, because and I think it says it somewhere here later on, which I'll recap, but let me find it here. We also has the game to improve the current rendering techniques. So you should still see improvements on the game's performance in Season 5, but we plan to increase the PC and console performance frame rates further in the coming updates with our dedicated optimization team. And of course, Fabian, the technical director at KT Racing. The most visible improvements concern rendering, with particular attention to shadows and water shaders, which have been revised. Less visible, but not equally important, is the work that has been done on the rendering pipeline to better balance it. And of course, as he says, a release marks a launch of a long-term optimization campaign that will allow us to improve both the quality and performance over the seasons. So really cool to hear, and from Fabian there. But let's now move on to another section of the letter: construction sites. Yes, this is a construction site in TDUSC that you will be able to find for yourself. So there's two beautiful house location construction sites in Season 5. We won't tell you where they are, but of course, here's a tease for them. And Hong Kong Island, although there are none yet, you might notice a small change somewhere on the island near a twisty road. Key detail: near a twisty road, you might see something change. If you guys can find it on the Discord, I don't really want to make a video of that specific one because I feel like it's cheating. Not even I feel like it is cheating. So I'll let you guys find it on the Discord, and when you ask me, maybe I'll make a video or update it. Moving on though, in Season 6, you'll be able to see more construction sites present, including the creation of the official racing center, which arrives in Season 7. And you'll continue to see house construction sites throughout the next seasons, as the official arrival is set to be here in Season 8, Day 1. Now, another thing that Guillaume Guinet goes on to say, who's the game director, the construction sites are a way for you to follow the development and see our progress on the housing and other future features. And shout out to Pierre on this. For houses, the idea is to let you to start to project yourself on what houses you might want to buy. See the spot and yeah, maybe start dreaming of what these houses can be, right? So we will add a construction site for the ORC and real estates too. And for the ORC, when you guys see it, it will appear on the map. And shout out to Clement and Guillaume and the others who are doing a great job on the official racing center. Honestly, I'll tell you, bro, the art team is cooking up because the ORC is looking pretty damn good, both interior and exterior as well. And there's still so many features of like regarding it I cannot wait to cover in a later letter. Now, the big one, the economy. You guys know the economy is going to have a big change in Season 5 of TDUSC. Let's take a look at this. Now, Guillaume went on to say, we did a big load of work in design, programming, and UI to change a lot of things in the economy. We wanted the player progression to be more rewarding, but we wanted to keep the TDU DNA too, so we won't spoil the player and keep progression meaningful and create a joy when you finally buy the car you cherish and wanted all this time. So it was a big challenge, but I think we've found the right balance here. And of course, guys, we're really welcome to hear your feedback on TDUSC's Season 5 economy, just so, you know, we can forevermore improve it and hear out your requests, because it's not just done and dusted, you know. We'll always go back to things and hear you out on what you guys want to say. Let's move on though. Race payouts. There you go. 1.2 mil for the well, basically 1 million for the Crown Jewel Ruby. And I apologize for my voice, guys. Might sound a bit weird because well, I'm a bit sick, but nonetheless. We have another screenshot here of the Jade race. As you can see, 600,000 there. And all races have been improved in payouts, and you're basically going to be rewarded on your time you put in and the risk as well of the race too. So that's how this new system on the race payouts and delivery missions, taxi missions, etc. are going to work moving forward. Now, Firm gets a crazy overhaul. Unfortunately, it'll make more sense when we show you finished gameplay of it for now. So I can't really explain it other than with these words, but let's discuss how Firm works now. So, Firm now lets you earn reputation and solar pass in addition to the solar coins. We've also removed the cash in cap on Firm, which means you can cash in as much as you want, and you're no longer limited to earning 1 million solar coins every 24 hours with Firm. Now, Firm also levels up differently with a max level of 99, and we'll discuss this in more detail when we're closer to the launch of Season 5. Among those improvements, we've also added new ways to fill up your bar. So now you can earn Firm by literally just cruising. You don't need to go do your drifts and then go in a tunnel going the opposite way and go back the other way. You can just cruise and you earn Firm, which definitely rewards players to doing things other than having to do what I just said before. You can cruise as much as you want, you can drift as much as you want, because you are now removing the limits that limited you on these skills. For example, you could only do so many drifts before it stopped, or you could only do so many in betweens, or you know, stuff like that. It's gone. Another very important thing is that the ability to cash in has been changed. So previously you had a limited amount of time to cash in, but now you can do it whenever and wherever you want, as long as you don't hit another car though. The special skill chains have been deleted because they didn't make any sense. Those are those things where you had to do like an in-between and like 3 different skills in a row, and then it chained. Honestly, even I myself don't know how it works despite getting explained how it works. So I think that kind of attests to how complicated it was. But things were also removed, such as burnouts and 0 to 100, to make the frame design more consistent, and they were replaced with things like clean driving. So that's cruising, just cruising in the game to get your frame up. But we are rewarding you for driving your vehicle, not just doing skills repetitively that has no meaning. But anyways, we're excited to see what players say about that. Now, car selling. Yes, a big one. Finally, now the thing was, we told you guys we didn't know when, and honestly I couldn't tell you when we expected to see it, but we were able to get this done in the exact same manner that we told you, except a little bit more in depth with maybe one extra feature. But all you do, go to the Solar Hotel, you'll see this little NPC here, and the sell prices vary depending on the odometer distance, upgrades, and the vehicle options you had added in the dealership. So your depreciation price will also change depending on the vehicle itself. I almost messed up pronouncing that word. As you can see from the screenshot here, you have purchase price, cosmetic parts, performance parts, your basic depreciation, and your mileage-based depreciation as well. Really cool there to see. Vehicle improvements, cruise control. Yes, you can use it not only in taxi missions, but car deliveries, free roam, wherever you are in the game. As you can see, cruise limiter, your plus and minus is there as well. And it says here, in this mode, vehicle's acceleration will stay at the assigned speed. You can increase and decrease this in the menu, and coming to a stop will automatically turn it off. Now, this feature, where is, it's here. So this feature might not work day one for electric vehicles, but we'll let you guys know. And yeah, next, bug fixes. So obviously, improved rendering is there. But another cool thing is we've finally added the correct dynamic indicators to these two vehicles. And this is also something that I want to discuss, guys, the improvements on fixing vehicles in TDUSC. You know, as we improve in the game more and more, and we want to achieve a certain level of polish in the game, there are things that we need to fix, stuff like this. For example, the gauge on the Bugatti Veyron Supersports, the rim size on the Ferrari F40, the headlights animation of the Lamborghini Miura SV, or the Chevrolet Camaro shift animation. So these are things that I know you guys want to see fixed in TDUSC, and these are things that KT themselves will be working on in the future to help, again, get that level of polish with the vehicles in TDUSC. And I think another thing that is mentioned is improving the steering animation, vehicle stalling. Bro, we're getting so close to that vibe, man. Cannot wait. I hope this letter isn't dragging on too long, but bro, there's a lot. Next, bam, live events. Not a single sticker will be present in live event rewards for season 5. Bro, I told you guys, bro. There you go. Now, one of the live events can give you this livery, and you're probably like, hold on, bro. Is this the Alpine? Yeah, it is. But where's the spoiler coming from? Good question. Unfortunately, all I can say is this: any other vehicle modification you will see will be discussed at a later date, though of course it will still arrive day 1 of season 5. But yeah, the live event will only give you the livery, which I gotta admit is a pretty banging livery. Next, bam, more licensed clothes to arrive in TDUSC's season 5, a Puma t-shirt. Look at that, looking spicy. But one thing I probably have to mention is the wardrobes have changed. Yes, they have. Season 5, they've changed. And on the right side, you can see the style. That is for taxi missions. Maybe you're not having or wearing the right stuff and your style doesn't look as good. We'll discuss that in more gameplay per se. The mid-season update, monetization. Here is the discussions about it. So items in the online store will be purchased with diamonds. With the addition of the shop, players will be able to get the ability to earn free diamonds by claiming their diamonds in the store once a week. Currently, players do not have any way to earn the previous Solar Pass vehicles. In mid-season update, we will be adding previous Solar Pass vehicles to the online shop for players to purchase, and new vehicles. Every season, we will be releasing 3 additional vehicles to this online store. These vehicles can be special licensed or unlicensed body kits of existing vehicles in game, or they will be completely licensed. Wait, I think I already said that. Yeah, completely licensed special models. Wait, what? Okay. Anyways, typo or something that's messing me up. How am I typoing my own letter, bro? It's like I don't even read it. Anyways, an example of this is the AMG Mercedes AMG SLS Black Series, which up on the screen is this car. I'm not used to it. Up on the screen is this car arriving in the season 6 online store, or the GTR Y body kit, which, yes, look at those beautiful rims, look at that livery arriving in the online store for season 5 as well. Moving on, the 4GT is another thing that we are looking into, but a very important note, and I say this because right now, guys, honestly, in TDUSC, when you earn the cars from the Solar Pass, there's no dealership experience. When you go to the stuff like that, like anything premium, but we know that, and that's missing out on the dealership experience is something that we're going to look into improving in a much better way compared to TDU2 in the future for TDUSC. Release date, okay, so it's going to be arriving in late October. We'll be showing you console gameplay before the release, PC gameplay, taxi, poker, the dev live stream, all of that. Here are some screenshots of the new UI as well. And you can see the little text there. Hello, I need to get to an appointment on the other side of the city. This guy, oh my god, the missions are so TDU. I cannot be hyped enough. So some of the voice lines are like funny, if you know what I'm saying. I kept crashing with this guy because god damn, bro, he's very antsy. I think he even says yeah, signaling and speeding. He does not, and he's hyper vigilant, wants to avoid all the risk. Yeah, he did want to avoid all the risk. Here is some more gameplay of it. You can see the speed limit there, 50. Here as well, he's asking to put on the radio, pretty cool. And I think in the last picture, this is, well, the P72 again, in the rain. But this client, Jinny Tran, is asking us a question about Saying Pun and asking if we go there and is it as fun as people say. So you can not answer, you can say not really, there are far too many tourists, there are loads of little restaurants and hidden cafes, and this changes your rating as well. Gameplay of this, honestly, can't wait to show you guys. Now, sounds, here is the P72 sound in TDUSC's season 5. Okay, now before you guys even say it, does it sound different to some videos you may have heard? Yes, because it's the 5-liter V8 supercharged, not the V12. The model in TDUSC is the production P72, which came with the V8 and not the V12. Now, the GT3 Evo also is going to have some pretty cool sounds in TDUSC, arriving again in season 5. And some other improvements that we may see in the future is the Starato, the mix of all AI vehicles in the world, including your opponents, and of course, much more. Shout out to Guillaume discussing that with us. Season 6 details, so the clothing stores. Let's talk about that right now. Arriving in season 6 January, and here is some pretty cool images of it. You got the outside of the store with the P72, interior lighting looking so much better than when we last saw it, And last but not least, some other picture here. And the Sharp store, we're still working on the lighting. Honestly, it would make sense for me to show you the picture, but there's no lighting. So we'll let the art team cook there, and I'm sure it'll look just as good as the streets. And I'm not gonna say it will look better because I represent the street clan. Anyway, moving onwards. So another really cool thing though is they will be looking to adding physical stores in the clan hubs on Hong Kong Island too. With this, there will be no more chest rewards, and instead all items will be purchasable on the Ibiza and Hong Kong Island stores, which further goes in the direction of TDU. I know you guys like that. And of course, clothing stores can be visited by either clan member. Now, detective mode, we can't really give you much details on it because it's under development, but imagine a more in-depth version of what trail missions were in TDU 2. But we'll discuss this in more details in a later time. Shout out to the community spotlight winners, Destroyer with a beautiful picture here in the sunset. You got Powerful Oz here with their Corvette C1. And of course, Man of Many Names X with their dyno. I think it is the Fry dyno. I could be wrong though. But yeah, how to enter, all of the details are here. Coming up next, PC and console gameplay will be arriving on October 9th. Taxi mission and poker gameplay on October 16th. And Season 5 feature showcase live stream arriving on October 21st. And of course, the October Soda Club letter will be arriving at that time too. That being said, final message, we are working hard to make sure that Season 5 is the best season so far for the TDU community. And as usual, we are excited for you to see the upcoming news releases in the coming weeks of October. See you soon. So those are all of the details for TDUSC's Season 5, guys. And I hope you did enjoy. Honestly, there is a lot to unpack here, and I really want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Did we cook? I think we did, honestly, but again, I'd rather hear it from you guys than me saying it myself. But this is just the start of the future of Test Drive, guys. I'm really excited for all of these seasons coming in year 2, and hopefully when we get past year 2, we're going to have an even larger test drive than we could have imagined, especially since we'll have houses at that point, and the official racing center, the matchmaking, the store, etc. Really excited for all of the upcoming improvements and this new direction that the art team, Stefan Cambier, is cooking up with TDUSC. Other than that, guys, I'm Alex7, and I'll see you in another video. My guys, peace.